returning player to Oretary after the revival update. Upon joining the game, you'll be greeted by a spawn point. All you have to do is walk away from your spawn and you'll see a few objectives on your screen as a new player. One of them being to work your first job. Jobs in this game are what give you money and reputation. We can see our money in the bottom left of the screen. The first value is USD. This is your on-hand money. This money is permeable, so that means it can be lost on death if you're not careful, but only a fraction of your money is lost on death. You'll retain the large majority of it. You can only lose up to 100,000 at any given time, so if you've got over 100,000, don't worry. If the fraction's about that, like if you're carrying $10 million, you'll still only lose 100,000. It'll never go above that. Now, the value below that is your bank value. Your bank value, completely safe. All money that you store inside of your bank cannot be lost. It's prevented to be lost, it's safe. You can withdraw money or deposit money at ATMs around the map. The value at the top is our reputation. You can see it's at 22 right now. You passively gain reputation over time. If you just stand in game, you'll eventually gain 30, 40 reputation over the course of 10, 20 minutes. Now, upon killing a player, you will lose reputation. If you drop below a certain threshold, you'll be server banned temporarily, as the game will think that you're a random killer. RK or random killing is where you go around and you just massacre people. This is not what we want in Oretary, as Oretary is a more open roleplay environment where gangs can fight each other and you can raid printer ops, etc, etc. It's not really a game you hop into just to shoot people, if that makes sense. As you can see, we're now at 23 reputation as we've cycled. These are the values in Oretary. Now, to get some reputation and money a little bit faster, we'll want to go and work our first job. You can do so by simply walking over to the yellow objective, which you'll be able to find on your screen as soon as you've joined the game. They'll show the stud amount below the objective to see if you're getting closer. Now, upon arriving at your objective, you'll notice a proximity prompt. Depending on what platform you're playing on, it'll be a different key to access. Now, on PC, you can either hold down the button specified in the box, or you can just hold left click. We press start this job, and then work this job. We'll be able to take our box over to the objective. As you can see, we were rewarded with a USD reward and a reputation reward. Now, as you can see, after doing this a few times, we've gained 30 reputation and a little bit of money. Our objectives disappeared, so we no longer have to do that, as you're expected to remember where your job is. So now, if we move on, we'll be able to collect a weapon to defend ourselves. This can be either a melee weapon, a gun, or any other kind of weapon you might think of. Dealers in the game, like this person here, who have a duffel bag on their back, can sell you access to more weapons. Now, we require 30 reputation to purchase melee weapons, that's why I got 30 reputation. So now we'll be able to purchase a bat. Simply pick this up with whatever key it tells you to, or you can hold left click on PC and mobile. Now, with the melee weapon, quite easy, you just swing, but it's better to use something like a gun when you can. So you'll want to grind up your reputation until you can eventually afford a weapon of that. Orgs tend to be the meta at this time. You can buy those from any dealer, as I said, with the dealer bag on their back. You walk up to the player and ask them to buy an org. Usually they'll specify a price. As long as you can pay that price, they'll spawn you the weapon, and then you can equip it. Now what we're going to do here is collect our daily stipend, and this will give us access to some money every 24 hours. It will allow us to buy some printers. Simply press request, and as you can see, we don't have the minutes required. So every day, you have to play for 15 minutes in order to be eligible to collect your stipend. Now we're going to speed this up, just so that we can collect it. Now you will see that we're eligible, as it went green, our minutes required have been filled, and we haven't collected a stipend in the last 24 hours. Now all we have to do is press request. You'll see we'll go to the eligible no, 0 out of 15. That means our minutes have been reset. Now you can gain minutes whilst playing now, so this will tick up. So if you play for 15 minutes now, the next time you'll go to collect it tomorrow, you'll be able to collect it absolutely instantly. You won't have to wait another 15 minutes after this date. The date shows you when you can next collect your payment, so as long as it's after this time, collect your payment. Now, if we go down to the bottom left of our screen in our bank value, we'll notice that we have $6,000. That's because we collected our $5,000 from here. Now, if we move on, we'll be able to go and find an ATM to withdraw this cash and do whatever we want with it. This is an ATM in the game. To interact with the ATM, you simply press left click or left trigger or click with mobile. Tap. It'll open the menu. Simply put an amount here that we want to withdraw or deposit. Now we are trying to withdraw money from our bank value in the bottom left to put into our USD value in the middle. Now we press withdraw. You'll see we have $3,000. Now we can actually work with this currency to make more currency. If we head on down this way, there's actually a few in-game properties that you can purchase with your in-game money. Now obviously that's going to be quite hard to do depending on the property. When you're first starting out, so you might not have that much money. As we can see, we only have $3,000 in our wallet and $3,000 in our bank, both of which not exactly ideal, but it's what we've got to work with. So now here we'll find some nice starter apartments. There's also some houses down here. You can see this apartment costs $450 to buy a door, which is quite good for our current predicament. Now here we also see that this is also $500, but there's 3 doors inside, which adds up to about 1.5k, which we're not really looking to do right now. We only have, let's say, 3,500 to work with. We want to buy some printers. Now as you can see, I pressed the left button at our screen with the little printer icon, which opens the printer menu, and here you can see all of your printer information. You can buy printer subscriptions, which add on tiers. As you can see here, we have 0 out of 4. If I was to buy the tier 2, it would add an extra 2. That would give us 6 total printer capacity. Now these do only last 72 hours, but they're very, very good if you're trying to do a printer op. I'd recommend using these not for bronze printers, but when you're able to spawn either diamond printers or distillers, as this will absolutely increase your total net value. Now, we're going to go and buy an apartment rather than a house, because we're trying to save money, and there's only two doors there, which adds up to about $800 or 1.5k. Now once we walk into the apartment building, we'll be able to buy this door for simply $250, which is an absolute steal. Simply press E to purchase the door. There'll be a trigger on console to purchase the door as well, or you can tap a UI button that should just be above your backpack to buy it on mobile. Now to lock the door, you'll see these selections. This is how all interaction in the game works. Now we want to select the lock above the handle. Simply press left click or left trigger or tap on mobile, and you'll lock the door. Now if we try to open it, it'll be locked. It'll make a locked sound. You'll be able to bang on the door to try and get somebody's attention, but no one's getting in here unless they have a lockpick. Now lockpicks can be purchased from the gun store, and they allow you to lockpick locked doors, which essentially, if we have a locked door here and we've got printers down and somebody tries to raid us, you'll start to hear a lockpicking sound. Now if you hear that sound, it's time to defend yourself. But if you don't hear that sound, we can relax and enjoy our printing session. Now we're going to open our printer menu, and you'll see all of our printers that we can spawn. And I'm going to just simply spawn 3 bronze printers because we don't have that much money to work with. If you want to place them around like this, you can see you can pick them up using the proximity prompt. I just want to kind of straighten these out a little bit. Put these 2 on the bed as well. You want it to be in somewhat of an optimal setup, so you can interact with them all. See, like this, I can press print on all of these buttons. Now that is how you extract money. As you hear the printing sound. The balance will increase by a certain margin, depending on the printer level, which you can see here. The printer level increases over time. As you can see, this bar is increasing. It'll level up once the XP timer reaches the end bar. So the max level for this printer is level 5. Each level adds extra per cycle. So you see how this cycles? It adds money on. Now 52. That will increase more the higher your printer level. So if you manage to leave these printers here until level 5, they'll start printing out $30 to $40 instead of $10 to $20. As you can see, anything in this balance, if we just hit the print button, will distribute the money here, which we can just pick up like that. See, it goes into our USD value, not our bank value. That's because all money that you earn through printing, distilling, etc., you will have to deposit into an ATM to secure it. So that's why it's usually best to join gangs that have an ATM inside of their property. Now obviously joining gangs, you'll want to get at least a little bit of knowledge in the game until you do so, unless the gang is friendly to newcomers. So I'd recommend inviting your friends to play, maybe like 2 to 3 people, 4 at max for a room like this. And if you all print together, you all have weapons, you'll have a higher chance of defending your printer operation, which will result in higher yields of money. Now, we're making quite a bit of dosh, I'm not gonna lie. And over time, we'll make another 1,000, we'll be able to spawn another bronze printer, and then we'll have the max printer, as you can see, 3 out of 4. 4 is our current max. Now, if you wanted to spawn better printers, what you'd have to do is destroy your own printers. So you'll have to get either a gun or something like that and shoot the printer until it explodes. That's how you destroy printers in this game. You use a gun, you simply shoot the printer until it catches fire and it'll blow up. That'll allow you to spawn more printers, and it'll also allow enemies to destroy your printers, so you'll want to be careful with that. Something to note is anybody can take money from a printer. So if somebody captures your printers, they can actually take them to their own base and then start using your printers to print themselves money. That's what the raiding mechanics in this game are. They can also be used to just simply raid a player, you know, bring the money back down. Because if you raid them after they've just spawned printers, imagine you spawned, let's say, 4 diamond printers. That's about $80,000 to $100,000. Now, if they were destroyed before you could make back your money, so obviously it's an investment. You spend $26,000. The printer can make back infinite amounts of money. It just depends how long you're in game and how long the printers survive for. So, diamond printer on average takes about, I think it's 20 to 30 minutes to make back the initial investment, and then after that point, everything is net profit. So it's always a good idea to set some time aside, get together with your friends so that you can have a long-lasting printer operation and make the most out of it. Now, I think we're almost ready to get our next printer. Oh, just shy, $80. Something else to note is distillers, they work slightly different to printers at the moment. In our current state of the game, there is only distillers and printers. In the future, there will be crypto miners and more and more and more. Those will be added to tutorials over time if you want to try and look for those. I'm only going to discuss the printer and the distiller in this one. The distiller works different to the printer in that there's a max value, so it can only store 3 crystals at a time. And it basically how it cycles with money with a printer is it cycles with crystals. So you get 1 crystal every 60 to 120 seconds, for example. And then if it hits 3 out of 3 crystals, the distiller will start heating up. So distillers cannot be left, whereas printers can. So you can leave these printers anywhere in the map. You can hide them behind like grass mounds and stuff in the corner of the map. Hope that nobody finds them, come back to them an hour later and they should have a load of money in them. But with distillers, you will have to actively look after them. So it's kind of like looking after a child in a way. You have to make sure that the distiller doesn't reach max heat and max crystal value, otherwise it will explode. Now that's not what you want, so we're sticking with printers for now. We also just don't have the money to spawn a distiller. Now we can get our 4th printer, and we can add this guy to the mix. Now we're at like max money making value. We've got 4 out of 4 printers. So now what the game would be is to make enough money so that next time we can buy 4 silver printers. rather than 4 bronze printers. And then we'll start moving up in the world. Now, that's all that you need to know about printing in Oretary. Let's move on. So, we're outside the government building from earlier where we collected our stipend. Now, what I do want to show you is our leaderboard mechanic. Now, in the game, after the revival update, there is now seasons which can be viewed from the museum. Here we can see all of the current top earners this season. Now, every person at the end of a season who is the highest earner in the game will earn themselves a place on the most valuable player wall for each season. So we have season 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. This is the first season when I'm recording this video. So as you can see, these are all the top players. You can see the top 100 on here. Obviously, number 1 is mainly the only space that matters. So all of these guys are fighting it out to get number 1. That's all you need to know about the season system in the game. Good luck, and I hope to see you at the top soon. Well, that's our comprehensive guide on how to start out in Oretary done. I know it was a little bit long and it dragged it a few places, but at least we got there in the end. And hopefully you're going to be one of the top players in Oretary soon. Who knows? Everybody has to start out somewhere, and every clan leader in this game has started out from the bottom. So I hope to see you in a few months' time being the top of the leaderboard. Good luck, and it's bonkers.